Hello, and welcome to the Don't You Know I'm Loco podcast. We are three cousins looking to break generational curses by sharing our mental health and healing journeys. Join me, Candy,
Lisa,
and
Rene.
as we talk about the things we're not supposed to talk about. Hi, guys! Welcome back to another episode. Hey, guys, the Dodgers won.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. We needed that so bad. So bad.
Everybody's talking smack about 2020 that wasn't real.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now we got one.
I know that year the Lakers won too.
Yeah, 2 weeks of each other.
But nobody could do anything.
Yeah.
Now, literally all of LA was at that
Oh my
parade. It felt
gosh.
like. I was like, oh my God.
That was so cool. I wish I would have gone.
You
I
should
wish I
have
would have
gone.
No, I don't.
Yeah. But
Nope.
it's just like the traffic.
My
Like,
anxiety was like, that's
a lot of people.
That's too many people.
We got lucky.
Nope.
My sister Tino and your cousin Michael. We got tickets.
MCB.
Yeah, MCB. We got tickets to go inside the stadium.
Oh,
so
cool.
we were inside the stadium for so
That's
is
real
so
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, how'd you get tickets? I don't know. My sister got
Got
lucky.
lucky.
Yeah.
She's always on it.
She got him in the desert, like in the middle of the desert,
No
heading over
way.
there. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That is so
Dang, so
cool.
you didn't even have tickets.
No, I just went over there. I was like, let's see if we can.
Oh, wow.
See what
That's
happens.
cool. It's meant to be.
Yeah.
That's
That
cool.
was
Dang.
awesome.
Was it packed?
Dang.
Was it like
Yeah.
sold out?
It was
Or-
sold out. Just the top deck. If anybody been to Dodger Stadium, the top deck at the behind the seat.
You mean like this?
Yeah, where we were.
This is a cool picture right here.
We were in the pavilions, like at the very top. So it was,
Oh, okay.
it was so much fun. It was like a big party.
Yeah.
There's no other fans from other teams there.
Oh, that is
Oh,
so
that's
cool.
so
And everybody has like
cool.
the same energy.
Yeah,
and just
everyone's
like
just-
happy.
Ice
and,
Cube
like,
was there.
Oh,
like,
shit. Did he sing?
yeah,
The
he sang a couple
concert.
songs. Yeah.
That's so cool.
It was-
That's
Did
cool.
He sang it
anybody
was
else
a good
perform?
day.
Or are they just
not
like
that
on
I re-
stage and stuff? Or
No, Edward James Olmos was there and he sang "Happy Birthday" to Fernando Valenzuela.
Hey.
That was dope.
Oh, that is dope.
Mm,
That is dope.
That's cool.
It was fun.
Dang. Is that the first time you've ever gone to a celebration like that?
I went to the Lakers one in 2000 when they won
I
the
remember that. I didn't
when
go. but
Kobe
I
and Shaq.
remember.
Yeah.
Jerry went to
Jerry and
that.
Frank.
Aw,
Yeah.
Jerry.
I went to a Laker parade. Maybe the later ones.
The later ones.
Yeah. It was like at the Coliseum.
Oh yeah. I saw that one. I saw a video of that the other
Yeah,
day.
I went
was like,
there.
I
We
didn't
went
know
to the
there was that
Coliseum
one.
because my friend Jessica lived down the street. So we like walked into the. I think we walked or we took the bus from there, and then we were there. And I was like, "Oh, this is cool." Yeah,
That is
I used to do a lot of
cool.
those things back
Yeah.
Hey.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I still do it. Now I do it with my daughter.
then. Yeah.
Oh, we went to the parade.
Yeah, we went to
Knights parade.
The Knights, yeah.
Oh
Last
yeah,
year,
I
yeah.
forgot about
That was
that.
so cool.
That was fun.
Because
Oh.
like we were on the strip walking,
Mhm.
and then like people started like going towards the fence,
Guardrails?
Yeah, the guardrails.
Oh, uh-huh.
And then because the buses were starting to come, and we knew they
Oh,
were gonna
okay.
like start.
Oh, you mean,
coming
like, the
out,
players?
and the players, yeah.
Oh,
They had their own little parade on the strip,
Oh,
and we were just walking, and we're like, oh, let's just get close so we can, come when they come out, like we'll be right there. And sure enough, like right in front of my daughter, they came out and
They
like they had the
stopped.
trophy, like the
Yeah,
cup.
Stanley Cup.
And,
Oh,
oh my
that's
god, it was so
cool.
cool. It was
We got so
cool.
much like paraphernalia, not paraphernalia.
memorabilia.
Memorabilia. Keep
Elia.
that on there. That's funny.
Yeah, they gave us like the towel,
Yeah,
and,
hockey
like,
pucks,
mugs, and-
shirts.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Real
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Paraphernalia, Rene.
I'm like Renee, that was after.
Just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
That's after.
That's funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was cool. That was one of my favorite things.
Mm.
Yeah.
But do you guys ever watch the Lakers when they come out here on preseason? We went one time.
We went one time, I
We went
think.
one time. But I've been 2 or 3 times. 3 times maybe. And one
Oh,
year.
for the summer league?
Yeah. Was it the summer league or was it preseason? It might have been preseason.
Think of the summer league.
I think it's preseason because Kobe was there.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like
Oh,
know.
okay. Uh-huh.
just like in the practice, and I don't even think he played. But I had gotten really, really good seats. I paid like $200 or whatever for seat. It was myself and my daughter. My daughter was like 4.
Oh,
She was
shoot.
little, right? But I was just like, look at they're here, right? Let's
Yeah.
go. And we got like almost courtside seats. Like
Oh, wow.
it was like two
Dang.
rows over.
Mhm.
It was Thomas Mack.
All right.
and the Laker girls were in front of us. And like they were like, you know, that's where they were standing and stuff. So every time like they would cheer, my daughter would cheer with them. Like I have videos that they're like, oh, like, ah, you know, like with her with the little pom poms and
That's
stuff.
cool.
Oh,
Cute.
it's such a cool memory. Like
Oh, that's
that was
cool.
dope. That was dope.
That is dope.
And I got a couple pictures of Kobe, like from like here to the fan. Like, oh, it was so cool.
Oh, cool.
That was a cool thing. Vegas is so fucking cool, man.
It is.
There's so many things to do like that.
There
I think people
is.
just come out here and
yeah.
you know.
Now we got the
But
Raiders.
now that we're local, yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna get the A's.
Oh, we're gonna get the A's too.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna be a fan of theirs though.
No,
I'll go to
we'll
games.
Go to games and stuff. Yeah.
When the Dodgers come, yeah.
Oh, can you imagine?
It's gonna be all blue.
Imagine?
Yeah, I know.
They would probably have to only sell to, right? Don't they do that?
Just
don't
the Padres do that because they.
What little bitch.
Yeah.
We love you, Corio.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Well, guys, today we're actually talking about sports and mental health. Kind of because of the World Series and just feeling out what everybody went through kind
Yeah.
of during this. But first, we're gonna start off with challenges. I'll go first because my challenge was a challenge before before the other challenge came about. So on Saturday, I went to go get another tattoo. Another sale tattoo. Yeah. Let me see if you could see it.
Red
Maybe
light
not.
special tattoo.
Another red light special tattoo.
I'll have to join you next time.
Yeah.
Well, all my tattoos that I've gotten on my arm are all like sale tattoos.
Really?
Yeah, like flash sale.
I like that
So
one that
dope.
you got. That's dope.
It's a calavera. I'm wearing a long sleeve. So it's kind of hard.
Long sleeve and
my
long
gosh.
sleeve.
Yeah.
And you got that one on sale, or did they do
Yeah,
it
it
like
was
under a?
cool.
$20.
Serious?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty big from what I see so far.
Yeah. I'll get there. I'm gonna
Okay.
continue with my story while I
Okay.
talk. Oh, there it goes. Look, there it goes. There it goes.
Wow.
That's cool.
Candy.
I like that one.
I don't think you guys can see it. but-
That's adorable.
I would want one like that, but it says
Uh-huh.
with LA, like Dodgers.
Oh,
That'd be
uh-huh.
sweet.
That'd be dope.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's it. That's what exactly what Dee said. She wants a. You know how you have the Raiders, Dia
Yeah.
de los Muertos. She wants one like that, but Dodgers.
Oh.
Nobody copy her. Yeah. So I went to go get a tattoo, another one, because they were having a Dia de los Muertos sale for $20. You could pick any one of the pages, and I have been wanting to get a calavera. And so I went, and they're like, okay, we'll text you when it's your turn. And I was like, okay, cool. So I wasn't in the shop long. I waited in my car. I went to go get cash, and then I came back. And then they're like, oh, we're ready for you. I was like, cool. So I went, and then I was sitting, like, she had already started doing my tattoo. And then a political ad came on, and it was for Kamala Harris. And they were like booing, and they were like boo, and then like a Trump one came on, and they were like cheering, and then I was like, I feel so like uncomfortable, right? Because it was just like,
Like
such
the
a
artist?
such
Like,
a like
everybody in
anger, like not the girl that was doing my tattoo. Like she was like quiet, and she was just doing my tattoo, but it was the other tattoo artist, and I was like, okay, like, you know, had I known. Because of my own values, I wouldn't have spent my money there. But I was like, I'm already halfway through this shit. I'm not gonna leave with half of a tattoo. Had it been something
You're like,
else,
here's $10. Get out of there.
yeah, I was like, had it been for half the tattoo, I'm like, had it been something different, like a restaurant or something, you know, still. But I was like, oh man.
shit.
So I was like, oh man, let's sit here. I was like so uncomfortable. Then this other lady came in, and she was an African American lady, and she was sitting there, and I don't think they realized like that somebody had came in and was sitting there. And then she asked them straight out, are you guys Trump supporters? And then the shop guy was like the guy who runs the shop, he was like, no, everybody votes for whoever they want. And she was like, I see what you're doing here. And she just took off, right? And they could not believe that she left. And I was like, no, people who believe in, you know, and their values, and they stand on it like 10 toes down, they're not going to put their money with somebody who doesn't align with them, like in general. And I was like, I believe it, you know, like I get it. But I was like, okay. And then come Tuesday, the election came about. But I will say, like, I do understand why some people went with like third party because of the genocide in Palestine.
Yeah.
And they're not happy with how the Democrats are handling it, how the current presidency is handling it, the current administration, because a lot of money is funding stuff going over there. So I know some people didn't vote because of that. Some people feel like didn't vote because they didn't like either. And then there were the people who were intentional about their voting. And it's like, I don't understand it. And I don't think I ever will understand it. And it's like disheartening. Today I watched a video of Cristela Alonso. She's a comedian, actress.
She's hilarious.
She's so funny. Yeah. She posted a video today. She was like, she's very close to Dolores Huerta. She was part of the movement with Cesar Chavez.
Oh, okay.
So she was like, I guess Cristela was like crying, and she was like, why are you crying? And she was like, because he won in 2016, he won. And she was like, she like laughed. And then she's like, I remember the first time my country disappointed me too. And then she's like, all you can do is push through it. She's like, fight through it, you know, move on. And she was like, and then, you know, put into your community, do whatever. And she was like, it's gonna happen again. You just have to prepare yourself for when your country disappoints you. Like, how do you make a difference in the community? And I was like, that's cool, because it was Dolores Huerta and Sonia Sotomar, and I was like, these are two like badass Latinas who have made a difference in our community, telling her these things. And like, oh man, I remember because they were even like, remember when, was it Reagan or Nixon? And she was like, remember that when he got elected? And they were like laughing, and I was like, they found, you know, they're like, no, you keep pushing, and they're these strong women. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna keep it, you know, like because we've talked about doing things in the community and stuff like that through this podcast and stuff. And I was like, okay, it's time to get on it and do stuff,
for sure.
make a difference where it counts. So I was like, okay, but and I made sure to wear my brightest color that day, the next day, so that I trick my brain. So. Yeah, that was my challenge, my in-life challenge, and then the aftermath challenge.
Yeah, this week was tough.
Yeah, I think it was tough for a lot of people.
Yeah. You want to go? You want me to go?
You can go.
Okay. They were like, ooh, okay. I struggled this week with the election. I don't talk politics at all with anyone. Like, it's just I will listen all day. But I have my own opinion, and I just don't, I'd rather not, right? I just rather not. And I obviously, you know, like, not obviously, but no, it's not obvious. But I have a strong belief in moving forward, right? And being someone that is, I consider myself really strong. It hurt. Just like you said, disappointed. That's exactly how I felt. I felt really disappointed. Disappointed in our country, how it's so backwards right now. And that's horrible, like that. It's so hurtful, you know, like how people can turn on each other, and, you know, and have two really good best friends that have different sides, and like it like causes like a rift, and it's just like, it's so ugly. And I've always said, I hate during election time. Like, this is the worst time. I will not go on social media. I will not, like, because I know what it does to you. You know? And when on Tuesday, I was like, okay, you know, like, whatever happens, God, you know, like, it's your will. Like, let's do this. You know, I went to go vote, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, I recorded it a little bit, like, outside with, like, the DJ, and how they, I don't know if you guys saw that they had DJs. They had. It was so
Where did you go?
No, like at all the middle schools, they all had like DJ, and it was called DJ at the polls or something, or vote at the polls or something like that. Something like that. Yeah. So they had like, you know, music and stuff. Yeah, so cool. I was like recording it because my daughter wanted to see. She's like, Mom, I
Uh-huh.
want to see. But, you know, like once you walk in, you
Yeah.
can't record or take pictures and stuff. So I was like,
Mhm.
okay. But just like the having that feeling of, I have this right,
Mhm.
you know, and I am able to exercise it right now. And
Mhm.
nobody can take this away from me. You know, like generations before, you know, like how they struggled and just
Mhm.
women.
Mhm.
It's only been 100 years that we were able to vote. Like, that's
Mhm.
fucking nuts.
Nothing.
Mhm.
That's not that long ago.
Yeah.
Like,
They used to charge African Americans $2 to vote back then.
that's insane.
Isn't that crazy?
Isn't that? And, like, think about it.
Mhm.
You know, like, people are like, oh, get over it. Or, you know, like, I hear stuff, you know, like,
Yeah.
and it's just like, it's so ignorant. It's just like, fucking listen.
Mhm.
Put your shit, like, put your feet on their shoes, like, or
Mhm.
whatever.
On their necks. Put your feet on their necks.
On their necks.
Mhm. Like apply pressure.
Okay. Okay.
So they say like stand on their neck, step on their neck, step on their necks, put pressure on them. That's what they're saying right now about the Democrats. Is like they're saying that, who was it? I think it was Bernie Sanders that said like working class people are saying that they need help and you guys are too busy worried about not hurting people's feelings or not doing this, you know? Because I think a lot of people that I know have said that they voted for Trump. They've said, like in the news, they've said because of the economy. And I was like, I get it, because I even noticed a price change at the Goodwill. Like, that went up, and I was like, what the hell? When did this happen? Hold on. Now I'm really only coming on dollar day, okay? But yeah, it's just, yeah, I get why people, I don't get why they voted for him. Like, had it not been that face, that person, I would have been like, oh, okay, you know, because there's a difference. For me, there's a difference between Republican and a Trumper. Because,
Yes,
you know,
absolutely.
because it's like you stand 10 toes down for this man, and it's like, but his values are out there, and the things that he says, he's blatant and bold about it. Like, he doesn't care. And I feel like he brings out more negativity in people. And I think that's what scares me the most about him, is because, like, for instance, the things that he said about COVID and how Asian American violence, you know, went up and stuff like that. It's like he says it and he like not manifests it, but he like says it and then it happens. And it's scary. And it's like, I am not a religious person, but I'm more of a spiritual person. And the señora at work, the lady at work that sits in front of me, she's very religious. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take her words when she's like, God has a reason. You know, there's a reason for everything. And all we have to do is have faith. And so it's like, I'm not even religious, but I'm going to bank on faith that everything happens for a reason and we're going to be okay. I'm not understanding the reason, but you know, we just need to make our own community and get through it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because there's only 4 more years.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
no, that was good. That was really good.
good.
I'm glad you said those things. So I just took like Wednesday to just kind of like write my feelings, my thoughts down, you know, and I was like, Thursday, I was like, okay, that's enough. This is, you're putting way too much of your emotions, of your energy, you know, like, I mean, it's all valid, you
It
know,
is.
Yeah.
but for me, it was enough. Like, okay,
Yeah.
you know, pull my bootstraps up and move on. So I started reading a little bit more and then started doing things that make me happy, even though it's just been like a couple days or whatever. Today, like, when I got off of work, I was listening to freestyle while I was getting ready.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I was, like, in such a good mood when I walked in because I was, like, I was feeling it, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, music helps so much that I was, like, oh, my God. I was going to walk in with it, but, like, you know, I was carrying stuff and stuff like that. So I was, like, because it was, like, so, like, I know you guys would have appreciated it because it's just so, like, it's so fun, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that music just, like,
Oh.
brings me to life.
It
Like,
does.
even, like, my daughter will say, like, Mom, these songs remind me of you, you know? And they're, like, from the 80s. It's not like the 90s, you know? But I'm like, you know what? I still listen to it like it came out yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah, but that was my challenge. We're okay. We're all okay.
Yeah.
We have each other, and
Exactly.
I know our little community here. We've just been sending things to each other to kind of lift up our spirits, and and we're here for you guys too. Like
Yeah.
reach out if you need to talk to somebody. Don't feel like you're alone, and just because you believe in one thing, like it. Just reach out. Just reach out. I promise you, like somebody will listen. Somebody will listen. I promise.
Yep.
So. That's it.
All right. So my challenge, similar, same thing.
Yeah.
Very more of a disappointed feeling, I would say. Trying to, I'm trying to process it. Like, how did this person win, right? Like, and he won off of Latino male votes, I believe, right? That was the big
That's
change
a
in
big
it.
majority.
Big majority changed it, and I'm just thinking about it, like, why? Like, why would you vote for this disgusting human being? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, you know what? It's a mental health thing with us, with men, Latino men. Majority of us practice machismoism. We definitely do.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes, we, like, for instance, if I suffer a breakup, I remember I suffered a breakup and I was going through it bad, and somebody was just like, just go drink beer, and go drink, and go womanize, pretty much, right? I mentioned this before. That's how we cope with stuff. So it shouldn't be a shocker that
Yeah.
we would vote. I'm saying I didn't vote for him, obviously. That we would we would vote for this misogynistic man, because that's what we know. We know those are our role models, our uncles. My dad's definitely not one, like, right? But our uncles or people we see at parties, our cousins. It's all about being a man, drinking, womanizing. That's him.
exactly what
That's
he-
exactly who he is.
You mean grab him by the pussy?
Exactly. Grabbing by the pussy
mean,
mentality is our mentality in a way.
Yeah.
That's who we are, as a culture. That's who we are.
Yeah.
And just looking at it is like, oh, you know what? It's not surprising that Latino men voted for him. We don't practice mental health wellness at all. Some of us do, obviously, right?
Yeah.
We have our cousins that do. I practice it, and maybe if this was when I got back from Afghanistan, I might have voted for him, because my mentality was somewhere else. It was not. It was not where it is now.
Yeah.
And it's disappointing, but also not surprising that it went this way with our Latino men.
I never saw that. I never saw that. That's crazy.
I can't think of, like, there's also the economic reasons, right? Supposedly, like,
Yeah.
but for me, I think it's they couldn't vote for a woman,
Yeah.
a black woman,
Yeah.
especially. There's racism in our culture too, absolutely.
Yeah. I seen this thing that said, like, the most unappreciated woman is a black woman.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
I was like, it's true. It is. Like in 2016, he won against a white woman. Now Hillary Clinton, and now he won against a black woman. And like, I don't think. And it's interesting because Mexico, where most of this machismo is,
Yes.
has a woman
Woman
president.
president,
You know,
yeah.
So what is it? You
we have
know,
to be more Mexican than the Mexicans, remember?
yeah, yeah. And it's like, what? But it to me, it's like, okay, so because she's a woman, you know, and it just, in history, women have always been second-class citizens.
Yeah.
Always. Like, you know, even though they technically run the house, because they take care of everything in the house, you know, in most cases. Like, I had watched this video and the guy was like, well, you know, the girl was like, how do you feel about men who said that they won't vote for a woman? Like, she can't rule the country. And he was like, I'm married, so I'm not saying anything. And then he was like, okay. And then she asked him another question. He goes, again, I'm married and I'm not going to say nothing. And then he goes, but you know what? My wife runs a house and she does a great job running the house. So maybe, yeah. And I was like, where is that mentality? You know? But I think, yeah, for a lot of people, it was because, one, it was a black woman that, that was running, and it was not, out of how many presidents, all of them are white except for Obama. Like, how long did it take for us to get Obama? And it's like, dang,
Yeah.
And it sucks.
Racism still rules this country.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I definitely see that. Yeah. And I feel like, I think that's why most of us are scared, is because that rhetoric and that vitriol that Trump brings, it gives a voice to people who are hidden. And to me, the ones that are like secret Trumpers, I think are worse.
Oh, absolutely.
Because it's like, you're in my face, but behind my back, you wish, ill and
I just...
I was going to just say, with white people, we know what they are, right? Like the racist ones. But, like, how do you feel safe in your own community now as Latinos and Latinas? How do you feel safe in your own community knowing that somebody is willing to put a racist, whatever we call Trump already, in charge of us? Like,
yeah.
just how?
But you also have to realize that there's so much colorism in Latino community. Like, you think about how the indigenous are referred to Indios, and it's such a like derogatory, like it's meant to be an insult to be called an Indio or India, or
like the India Maria.
Yes.
She was a clown, but oh my gosh, she was
hilarious.
like that was the
Hilarious.
only brown person that we seen, and she was a joke, like she was meant to be a clown, you know. And it's like,
did you know she was like a lawyer or something?
Oh, really?
Like, yeah,
Oh,
she was like high society, like.
oh wow.
Yeah. We're gonna look her up.
Yes, we'll do that. Write it down. Add it to the agenda.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
Yeah, but it makes sense, like, right, the colorism that there is, like, even with, there are Black Mexicans, like there is a town, what is it called? It's gonna bother me that I can't remember it.
In Veracruz, no?
Yanga, yes, in Veracruz. That's like, they were Black slaves that came to Mexico because they were free here, and they were hiding out here, and then they ended up not taking over the town, but the town was kind of like given to them. I think it's called Yanga. But yeah, they took over, and everybody there is Mexican, but they look Black. And like in Latino community, like there's even a caste system in Latino community where it's like, if you're mixed with anything, you're lower. If your complexion is darker, you're even lower than that, like, and it's like, I'm not surprised at all, that so many of Latinos voted for them. Because look at how things are.
Wait, I'll let you finish.
I'm not surprised because of that, like that's the mentality, but it's like, but how do you, like, it doesn't make sense that how here it, a woman didn't get elected, but in Mexico it did, she did. It doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm just like, we can go in circles.
We're gonna do an episode in the future about this. After our emotions kind of.
We do more research and stuff like that.
Right now, when you mentioned about being scared, this week, like, and I keep checking it because I don't want to feel it yet, and I'm not ready to feel it. But like, it brought up like memories of the shit that I went through, like the incidents that I went through that I've never talked about.
Like in the military?
No. As like a child, like, I was like,
discrimination. Yeah.
Ugh. I think I did talk about this in the podcast.
You
I mentioned
some of it,
Yeah,
but not all of it. Yeah.
Real quick.
Real quick.
Yesterday, Candy and Fernando were checking up on me. They knew that I was really just down. Candy came over with flowers and chicken tacos from Pollo Loco.
Those are the best.
Made me feel
Shout out Pollo Loco. I'm not even joking.
This is the bomb.
They
Made me
really
feel so much better. This morning I woke up and I'm back on track. Like, I'm back on my routine.
You're seriously the best. That is super nice.
It was.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
That is so nice. That is so nice.
Thank you. Fernando was very concerned. Like, he was like checking on Rene, like, his mental health. And so I was like, okay. And then he was like, just, check in on him. Because I was like, no, Rene said he wanted to be alone. He was like, I don't care. Go. He's like, you got to go. You got to go and take care of him. And I was like, Fernando is a very good read of character. Like, he can always, like, tell you about a person before, he even talks to them. Like, he can tell. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take his word for it, and I'm going to go. And so the first thing I said is, Rene, I'm sorry. I know I crossed your boundary. I crossed the boundary by being here, but I brought you some tacos, and I brought you some flowers because flowers always make me feel better. And they were yellow roses because I was like, it just brings up a room. So, and then today I told my mom too, and I was like, I brought Rene some flowers, and I brought him some just to make him feel better. And I was like, and I get my thoughtfulness from my mom because my mom is always very thoughtful, and I was like, thank you for for teaching me to be this way, because it is, because I've dropped off flowers to people when I know they're having a bad day, because I'm like, it helps, like, I know, and that's why I was like, so like, I don't want to cross the boundary, but Fernando was like, no, you need to go, you need to take care of him, you need to check in on him. And I'm like, okay. So yeah, and he'll always tell me, like, check in on Lisa, have you talked to her? And I was like, oh yeah, and I was like, he's like, but I don't want to take away from you. And I was like, no, but you put it in my, you're like, check on them, and it's important. And I was like, it is important. So yeah, he'll be like, check on them. How are they doing? Like,
that is such a gift.
Yeah. Like, he's told me a couple times, like, text Lisa, have you talked to her? Like, I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And you have, and it means so much to me. Like, those moments, I'm like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Like, oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. And it's just a text saying, like, hey, how are you doing? Or whatever. And
it can make a difference to somebody. And I'm like, okay. Yeah.
You made a difference yesterday, Candy.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, you guys.
See? This is how we have to push forward.
Yeah.
We gotta check on each other.
Like, okay, we got each other. Like,
we do. We got each other. Yep.
But go Dodgers! Hey! Champions!
Woo! Number one. Suck it, Yankees.
I have a Dodger hat. I'm wearing a Dodger hat too. The lights are so bright you can't see it.
Cute.
Yeah. This is probably the only Dodger thing that I own.
Yeah. You got rid of everything?
I did. I like, when I started to be more about my wardrobe, I got rid of a lot of stuff. I actually gave it to, like, my nephews and nieces and stuff like that. So let's talk about sports and mental health.
Do it.
All right. So did you guys know that there's something called sports fan depression? Have you guys ever heard that?
I get it every
October. It depends if the Lakers make the playoffs. Yeah. That too. Raiders never make the playoffs, so we're good. So we're all right.
Yeah. How funny. I was thinking that, like, October.
Oh my god, that's
every
hilarious.
October.
Yeah.
Except this October.
Except this one, yeah.
How fun. So it says sports fan depression is not an officially recognized mental health disorder, but rather a descriptive term used to illustrate the strong emotional connections that ardent sports fans with their teams. Just as we experience grief with the loss of a relationship or a loved one, a job, or an opportunity, we may experience grief at the end of a season or when our favorite team comes up short.
Yes.
The more someone identifies with their team, the stronger they may feel lost about the outcome of the game or result of the season. These events can feel like a blow to our personal identity when we have a sense of pride and belonging.
Yep.
For some, being a fan is a part-time or full-time job. Between watching games, competing in fantasy leagues, and researching statistics, our daily lives are filled with something that we are passionate about. So how do you guys feel about that?
Yes, and yes.
Yeah.
I remember... now we have internet and social media, right? But I remember, like, when the Lakers, the Dodgers would lose a game in back then it was newspapers. I could not read the newspaper. The
Yeah.
sportsman, like, get out of here! I don't want to read it.
How funny,
Yeah.
huh? And you could escape it.
Yeah,
Now
you
you
can't. Like, somebody will
your
text
face,
you
yeah.
or
Yeah.
send you
Yeah,
something.
or you have a notification.
Yeah,
Like
like,
Bleachers.
fuck.
Oh, this is from Bleachers, by the way. Hey.
Oh,
A
nice.
Bleacher
Bleacher
Report?
Yeah, Bleacher Report.
Oh, cool.
But the more I think about it, I'm like reading this book about like how your emotions are tied to how you react as a child. Like everything builds as a child. One of the first things I remember as a kid is when Kirk Gibson hit the home run in the World Series. So like we're emotionally tied to these things.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to escape it. Like
You're invested in it.
I'm invested. We're invested.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's how I felt about it. Like.
Yeah.
We didn't mean to, but that's like the first thing you know as especially as a like a kid, like a boy, right? You're supposed to have a sports team. You're supposed to cheer for somebody, and it's becoming like that with women too. Like definitely, like my sister became a big Dodger fan. The Dodger fan. She has everything. I think all her wardrobe was blue.
Yeah. She looks so good in it. So cute.
So to me, I feel like it's just an emotional tie to it, and I mean there's good and bad about it, right? Like in everything, we're gonna go through it here eventually. But it's just you have to like figure out a way to not make it so like an emotional thing, but like how do we do it?
But how?
Yeah. It was funny when I was when I was in California the other day before I left again, came back. I was at my cousin's house, and my cousin Benny was just like, for some reason, like it's becoming more of a topic, like emotions in sports, like it's becoming like a bigger thing, right?
Yeah.
He's like, damn,
So true.
he's like, they should have a rehab center for for sports fans. You know, you just go away for like 2 months, and then you come back. He goes, but you come back, you're gonna go right to your back where you were.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's brilliant.
I was busting up. He's so
No,
funny.
It's true. It's true. For me, I connected with sports because I don't know, something about it was like the same thing going on all the time, right? And I felt like my life growing up, or even to this day, I've always been like traveling, right? Like I've always been in different cities, different towns, but sports stays the same, right? And then like as a kid, anytime we would go, you know, like weekends and stuff, or any championships or Super Bowl or whatever, we'd go to your house and we'd watch it, right? So that's how I got connected with it, and that's how I learned the sports and stuff.
Okay.
So I have that connection with you because you taught
The
me,
sport,
right?
yeah.
'Cause you know, you showed me, you were there. So I have that
Sorry.
connection.
Now every October you're
Oh yeah,
dying.
except this one.
Yeah.
No, and then another thing, you don't need to, and it's probably like an introvert thing of me, that you don't need to talk to anybody when you're watching sports, you know? Because it was, I hated talking. I hated talking because I had like, not an accent, but I didn't know how to talk. Like, I don't know how to, you know, like when somebody would ask me something about the sport, I'm like, don't ask me, you know, like I know what's going on, but don't ask me, right? Because like, I just hated talking, but it ended up being like, now as an adult, like I love talking about it. I can't shut up about it. And it leads to my daughter, you know, like she's like huge fan too, you know, and it's so cool to have that connection with her, that it's not about anything, you know, like makeup or anything like that. It's something that we can both talk about and learn, and like, I don't know, it's so cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
There's definitely positive aspects to it. Just
Yeah.
when you go a little overboard,
But,
like when it gets
yeah.
physical, like
Yeah.
just fighting. It's
Yeah.
like, really? Like, come on.
Yeah.
No. But the depression thing is a thing for sure.
Yes.
Because I know, like, in October or like even like what? No, when's the
June, July.
yeah, June, July is
The playoffs,
for
the Lakers.
Lakers, but like even then, it's like fuck, and it takes a couple days.
Yeah,
Like
it
it's no
does.
joke. Like it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So we grew up going to the games. My dad had a boss that had season tickets, and he would let my dad go home early. and he would
So
take us to
cool.
the game. And I think we even took our abuelito Manuel one time.
Oh,
to a
really?
game.
He was a big Dodger fan, wasn't he?
Yeah, because my dad said he used to listen to the games on
Yeah.
the radio, and so we were able to take him. So that was cool.
Mm-hmm.
So that, like, I would say for a good 5 to 8 years of my life, sports was like my identity. And part of it was, I don't know if it was like me not wanting to deal with my stuff inside, where it was like, oh, I'm tied to this. Like, and it was very much tied to emotions. It was literally my whole wardrobe. It was literally my whole, like, part-time, full-time job. Like, that's what it was. I'm surprised I didn't get tattoos.
This
But
is for
both.
both sports, any sport. Like you were
But
just
like I
real-
was a Cowboys fan.
Oh, yeah.
I was a Dodgers fan. I'm a Lakers fan. It was more Cowboys and Dodgers. Mostly Cowboys. And it was like when Instagram started, like I found this whole community of people, like, you know, through hashtag Cowboys or whatever. So I was like, okay, cool. Like I met all kinds of people. I even dated somebody that was, you know, whatever. And then it was like, it wasn't until like I moved here, like the first year that Fernando and I were together, he was like, dude, all you wear is sports stuff and sneakers. And then I was like, so what? I don't care. And then like, I really think it was until I started like healing that I started to make my own identity. And not to say like if that, like that's just me.
Yeah.
I know that's what it was because Cowboys was more like I wanted to be cool and I wanted to hang out with the people that were doing these things. And I wanted that camaraderie or that something with somebody to be part of this community. And it was like, but it wasn't like, I was so invested in it that I didn't even realize that it wasn't like my idea. It was, you know, like I was like, oh, okay, you know.
Gotcha.
And so, and like my dad is a Cowboys fan. So like I've taken him to games and
That's so cool,
that
by
was
the
so
way.
cool. It's the coolest feeling ever to see him walk into
I
that
love those
stadium
pictures.
like a little kid. Like
little
he's so
kid.
happy.
So cool.
He's so
The
happy.
AT&T one, the newest one?
Yeah.
Oh,
The Cowboys
man.
Stadium. Yeah, when it first opened, like a few years later, I took him to 2 games, I think it was.
Nice.
And he would only fly like one night and that was it. Like he was like, no, we're only going for, I'm only,
like,
so I would show up like, cause I had friends in Dallas. And so I would go and I'd be like, okay, well, we got to pick up my dad at the airport on Saturday night because we're going to the game and then we got to go back. And like one year I was like, Dad, you have to stay an extra day because if you want to tour the stadium, they don't do it on this
Sundays.
day. They don't do it on Sundays. They don't do it on, I think it's Mondays. So I was like, so we have to go Saturdays. So you have to come earlier because, and he was like, okay. So yeah, I got him to come for 1 extra day so we could do a stadium tour and then we were like right back.
So cool.
But that was, to me, that's the coolest
so
thing
cool.
tied to the Cowboys was that I got to take my dad to do something like that. And it was like, okay. And also I think being able to bond with my dad like that is
Yeah.
another thing, you know, with sports.
So cool.
And so it's like, okay. But yeah, it was definitely like my identity for a long time. And so like literally I think I own maybe like 1 Cowboys jersey. Still, because otherwise I give them to my nieces too. Like I'm just like here. But yeah, because even like we had what was it? A jersey day, and I had to ask my sister for a jersey. So I was like, I don't have one. She was like, okay, because I was like, I don't want to wear a Cowboys jersey. I want to wear a Dodgers jersey. She's like, okay. And it was funny because the guy that sits behind me was wearing a Yankees jersey because he's from New York. I was like, we're fighting today.
We're fighting today.
Yeah.
I think it's almost like kind of, so for basketball and baseball, we have, everybody has the same team practically, Dodgers, Lakers. But football, everybody's almost different.
Different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
funny.
different. Yeah.
Especially LA, right? Because of what happened, all the teams
Yeah.
left. So
Yeah.
I think that's fun, actually. I used to hate it before, but now I think it's fun.
I know.
Like,
You used to be
everybody
the
talks smack to each
ex-Raider
other.
hater.
I was
You used to be the
absolutely
Raider hater
number one
president.
Raider hater.
Now look at him.
I named myself the president.
Yeah.
Yes. SoCal president.
You have to put up wherever
your emblem
the
one.
picture, the emblem one. Oh my
Which one? Oh,
Your face in the Raider
Frank
emblem.
Frank
Nope.
Naked, yeah.
Oh my
Your
god.
face in the Raider
so
emblem. That's
funny.
funny. Yeah.
Pretty
That is funny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, because I have a lot of Raider fans in our family, and I used to talk so much smack. I didn't care. I was like,
Yeah.
Now I moved here.
I mean, they look cool, you know? Like, I know people talk shit all the time, you know? But I'm like, you know what? I don't care. It looks cool.
You have the best colors in
I
the league.
know.
Have you guys seen their Instagram, like their ads? Like the coach, he like comes up in his, cause he has I don't know what kind of car it is, like a lowrider car.
Oh,
He's
yeah,
like
yeah,
driving
yeah.
up in it. I was like,
Oh,
this is so cool.
Yes.
I'm like, this is a cool commercial.
May suck right now, but at least we're
I
cool.
know. We look cool sucking. Oh, that sounds really bad.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa. Children might be watching this.
Hey, it's Friday night.
Oh my god. That's funny. Oh my god. So some of the positive attributes of being a sports fan might involve a sense of belonging. Sports fandom can provide a sense of belonging and community, connecting individuals with others who share their passion for a particular team or sport.
Yeah.
A rush of positive emotions, celebrating victories and shared moments of success with the team can lead to feelings of happiness, joy, excitement, which can have a positive impact on mental well-being.
So the day the Dodgers won, we were all here, and we went loco.
Oh yeah, I saw your guys' videos. It's like,
Oh my gosh, that was insane. Like, I don't even just like, it was like, everything just went, because it was so like, like we're screaming and jumping, and like my
How
daughter was like
fun.
screaming and jumping, and and Fabi was here,
oh, that's cool.
and Lady was here.
Lady.
But
So
it was,
cute.
yeah,
fun.
definitely a rush, a rush of emotions.
Stress relief. I don't know about that. Watching sports can be a stress reliever for some. Offering a temporary escape from life's challenges and worries. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I feel like some people with sports, it's like escapism, where it's
Yeah.
like you avoid
Yeah.
everything because you're like, this is.
Yeah, for that hour and a half or
It's
whatever.
like we write at dawn for this team. It's
Yeah.
like, okay,
We write at
at dawn. Right. Okay. Entertainment. Sports provide entertainment, offering a distraction from daily stressors and potentially reducing anxiety or depressive thoughts.
Depends.
It depends. Depends on who you
Playoff-
root.
Yeah.
Depends on who you root for.
Playoffs
Yeah.
definitely do not do that. It's
Yeah.
more stress. It's whew.
I think I need to like subtract 10 years of my life of all the like ups and downs that
Oh wow.
I put my heart through.
Oh,
Seriously.
Beyond the temporary sports fan depression that might follow a loss, being a sports fan can have other detrimental effects on your mental health. Okay, now we're going to the negative stuff, guys. Emotional roller coaster. The emotional ups and downs associated with sports can be intense, leading to increased stress and anxiety, especially during high stakes games or losses, like the World Series. Game.
Do I feel bad for Yankee fans?
No, absolutely
No.
not. Not at all.
They have 27 championships.
I know, like,
Oh, the funniest thing was my friend texted me game one?
Mm-hmm.
She's a Yankee fan. She texted me game 1, 2 outs, bottom of the 10th. And she's like, do you need some tequila to wash down those tears? So I was like, oh shit. I was at my sister's house, right? And I was like, oh shit, did they lose? Like, is this TV on delay? And I was like, I think they lost. And then Freddie Freeman came up and hit that grand slam, and I was like, what?
insane. Oh my gosh.
Here, I'll save that bottle for yourself. Yeah. That's funny. Did you guys see that sign at Yankee Stadium? And it was like, Freddie, stop.
Yeah.
I was laughing. I was like, that's so funny.
They had a lot of good signs this year.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
They're pretty good.
Frustration and anger. Sports can elicit strong negative emotions, including frustration, anger, and disappointment, which can negatively affect mental health.
Yes.
Addiction. Dun, dun, dun. This means sports addict before. Over-involvement in sports can lead to addiction-like behaviors with fans obsessively following games, which may disrupt daily life and relationships. Like, not going to things because sports games are on.
The other day, my mom was talking to my dad, and she's like, "You would miss my funeral. The Chivas were playing the championship."
Oh my god!
Were you here for that? No, oh my god, I was dying.
How funny!
And I've learned that not to prioritize sports. Like if I have something to do, I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
So that's one thing good about me, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna miss out on a party or something because there's a game on.
Yeah.
I'd rather go to dinner if there's a game on.
Yeah.
Maybe not the World Series, but
yeah.
regular season game.
That's funny. Oh my gosh, I'm funny.
I mean, that's different. That's, you know.
She sold him that. He's like,
He's like, well, you're not wrong.
How funny.
Your parents' conversations are so
Oh
funny.
my
That's
God,
why when
they're
you said
funny.
that right now, like I could totally hear your mom saying.
Oh my god, how funny.
Oh my
Fix
gosh.
this hat again. Sorry, guys. Low self-esteem. Personalizing team performance may lead to a sense of self-worth being tied to a team's success, failure, potentially affecting self-esteem.
I don't
don't
let it
think that.
affect it. I mean, look at the Raiders. They're stinking it up right now.
We still look good. Shit.
Time consumption. Excessive sports fandom can consume a significant amount of time, potentially lending to neglect other responsibilities and activities. It's like what you had said.
Yeah.
Like you have to make it a priority.
Yeah.
What are steps someone should take if they believe they have sports fan depression? Make some intentional time to mourn the loss and build self-awareness of when intrusive thoughts creep in so you can shift to more productive, optimistic style thinking. Expand your identity.
Ooh, there you
Who
go.
are you outside of being a loyal, avid fan?
I like that one.
That's
like
interesting.
That's what you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like
Yep,
that.
a sense of identity, because it really was like my whole identity.
Mm-hmm.
Developing and maintaining healthy habits. Make time to move your body. Prioritize eating, hydration, and sleep. These habits are always crucial, but especially helpful for individuals who are struggling. Cultivate connections with others. Reconnect with your fellow fans in a different context and develop new communities. Diversify your portfolio or interests and discover activities that generate positive emotions and engagement. Unplug from your fandom. Clear your head and provide an opportunity to get a little emotional distance from the season. Taking time for yourself will slow benefits for you and those around you. If the postseason funk stays around for longer than 2 to 4 weeks, find a professional
Oh my god.
to talk to or take
Oh wow.
or take a depression screen.
That's fucking
Wow.
wow. If it gets that
It's
bad.
true. It's true because some
It
people
can.
like it's like. So I know like a lot of people with teams are like we
Yeah.
this.
I do that.
This.
I do that all the time.
We
like,
do this.
Hey!
We won.
And like, it's funny because Fernando will be like, "Do you own the team?" And I'm like, no. In the beginning, he'd be like, "Do you own the team?" No. And like, I saw this commercial. Not commercial. It was like a video that Joe Coy posted, the comedian. He was like, "Look at this guy. He's up here in a jersey, and he looks like he's gonna go run on the field like in his Dodgers gear. Hey guys." And he was like, "Do you play for them? You look like you're dressed like you play for them or whatever." And I was like, "That's true. Like, you know, some people are like, we this and we that, you know." And it's like, okay.
Wait,
You know
he
what's
wore
funny?
the jersey to the.
He wore a Dodger jersey to Joe
the-
Coy's show, and Joe Coy called him out and was like, "Hey, you look like you got the whole uniform on. Like, look at you."
No,
And
I
so-
think that's part of like the belonging and relating to people, because like, and it,
I think I would wear a
Yeah.
Dodger jersey right now just because they won and like you see
Yeah.
other
Yeah.
Dodger fans.
yeah.
Because I was on the
Oh, I
strip the
still
other
do.
day.
I
yeah.
still say like, hey, like
Yeah.
if somebody's
Yeah.
wearing
Yeah.
gear or whatever, I'm like,
Uh-huh.
hey, you know,
Yeah.
they do the same thing.
Yeah, it's like a
Go
sense of
Dodgers.
promotion.
Connection.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, it's a
connection.
connection. It's like you guys have the same interests, and it's
Yeah.
cool. Like you can, you can align with them without even having to have a conversation. It's like an exchange like that, and it's like you're connected to that person. You know,
It
you
doesn't
guys
matter what
have the
color
same.
you are,
Yeah,
you know?
you have the
It's
same
cool.
roller coaster. You guys have been through.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
But I think like the main thing is be safe about it, have fun, talk
Have
smack,
fun,
but like
yeah.
talking smack is part of it. Like it's always been part of it.
Yeah.
Let's not
Yeah.
get physical over
No,
anything.
no,
It's
no.
not worth it.
I have over the years stopped
Me-
watching a little bit in the season because I used to
oh,
watch,
no.
you know, because it was part of my routine. Like, I would watch it, you know,
Yeah.
because that was my TV. That's what I liked watching. Right?
Yeah.
And I would fall into depression. I would fall into, you know, and I was like, okay, I need to stop. Like, it's really not that serious.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's times where I'm like, oh, I haven't seen a game in like a couple of weeks. Like, what's going on? I have no idea what's going on, right? And, but yeah, you have to take time out.
And then especially baseball because it's so long.
so
Oh my
long.
god,
Oh my
162 games. You're gonna lose
Oh.
60 games.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my
that's
God, we used to take
more than
naps to the
60
game.
games. When we were younger, Lisa and Flavie, like we would go hang out the night before, and then Sundays the Dodger games were on, and I put on, like I was watching the Dodger game, and Vince Scully was on, and they would just like within 10 minutes just knock out.
Yeah.
So I always had this theory that Vince Scully had all these high ratings because people were watching him
Yeah.
fall asleep to
Go
his
take a
beautiful
nap.
voice
Oh,
and take a nap.
Take a
Just
nap.
leave it
That's
on
the
there.
best nap ever on
Vince
the
Scully's
couch.
voice.
How
It's like,
funny.
oh, that's
You
like
know-
that's a happy place.
Yeah,
Like,
it is.
sometimes when I think
Yeah.
back, that is a happy place at your parents' house, sitting on the couch, watching the Dodger game, falling asleep. That's a happy place.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Funny. You know what's funny? I have a vinyl of Vince Scully calling a game. So it's like a game on a vinyl. My mom has it.
That's cool.
Yeah, my mom has it because I
that's
got
so
rid of my
cool.
record player and I was like, "Here, mom," and yeah, she has that one. It's like I
Take
forgot
naps
what
to
game.
that.
Yeah, I was like, "That's so cool." Yep.
Oh, that is cool.
But, yeah. So.
Can I have that one, you guys? If you guys decide to sell it or
Oh, I
something.
have something to give to your mom before you leave. She wants the Dodger
Oh yeah.
towel. Yeah, so I have it downstairs.
Oh, thanks, Nate.
Really,
I'm
really
so
quick.
happy.
Going back to your mom, when you were saying about how she celebrates and she shows you, she taught you how to send flowers, give flowers, and you know, just to show your appreciation to someone. She taught me how to do that.
Really?
And that's where I got that from.
Oh.
Where I love giving stuff to people, like just like balloons. I know she gives you guys the happy birthday balloons every
Yeah.
year. I started doing that with my daughter when she was a baby.
Yeah.
And she like expects her balloons every year on her door. Like, and your mom used to do
Yeah,
that.
she
And I
always-
remember seeing that and thinking that's such a special thing. That's so cool. I wish my mom used to do that.
Oh,
But, you know,
yeah.
they're just totally different.
Yeah,
you
she
know,
would.
but
She would always wake us
love.
up with balloons, or she would play like the mañanitas on her phone and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Like I still get stuff for Valentine's Day, Easter. I get Mother's Day. I get a dog Mother's
It's kinda
Day.
weird. We're all like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish. Yeah, she always does that. So like, and it's funny because I used to always decorate and do everything for Fernando, and then like one year I was like, and then I was like, I wonder if you even noticed. He noticed. He was like, yeah. But yeah, my mom has always been very thoughtful, and that's where I
awesome.
get it from. And she's always like, always.
It's a good quality.
Yeah.
Thank you. So is it time to ask a deep question?
All right, you guys want to do ice, deep, or deeper?
Pick anyone.
Let's do deep.
Okay.
We go deep and we don't get no sleep. Okay. Deep.
Deep.
What is the worst gift you've ever received?
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
What
What is the worst gift I've ever received? Ooh, that
Life?
one's
No, just
hard.
kidding. What are we doing here?
Oh my god, how funny.
Yeah.
What is the worst gift? Maybe like a piece of clothing that I would never wear, like, because then you feel bad. I think that's probably
What's the
it.
worst? I don't think
Worst.
I've ever had a bad gift. Like, it's always been,
Pretty sure.
I don't know.
I can't think of anything.
Pick another one then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go deeper.
Let's go deeper than that.
All right. If you could change career paths,
Ooh.
what would you choose and why? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Let me talk real quick. Real quick. So, and I put it on my notes and I totally forgot. But this is a memory from when I was in 4th grade. They went around, asking everybody like, what do you want to be when you grow up, blah blah blah, right? I never knew what to say, like I really didn't. So I think I said like a cop or military. Actually, I think I said military, but
shit.
I wasn't even thinking that. I didn't even know what that was, But I remember this other light-skinned Latina. Her last name was Lopez, but she was like white. She didn't, she wouldn't relate to me.
Yeah.
So I always hung out with the black girls and the black kids. Isn't that weird? Anyway.
No,
No,
I was
it's
just
not.
I
You
was
find-
talking to somebody about.
You find community in it.
I felt more comfortable with black people,
Yeah.
the black community, than my own community.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Because
sure.
I feel like the black community really backs each other up. Like they have each other's back.
Yeah, yeah.
And there's a lot of hate, versus, or a lot of Mexican hate in our community. So
Latino.
I get you.
Yeah.
Latino hate.
It's
yeah.
more of a camaraderie than
Yeah.
anything. Like you guys, you guys align and you guys like can relate on different things. Yeah.
So when it was time for her to answer, she said, I want to be the president of the United States, right? And I thought that was the coolest thing ever. And everybody laughed.
Oh.
Everybody laughed. And I remember this one kid, I think his name was Ryan something. I'll remember because I want to shout him out. Because he said, he's like, you're Mexican. You can't be president of the United States. Like
Oh hell no.
like it was like nothing. Like it was like, and
Fuck
everybody
Ryan.
was like, it was nothing,
Damn.
you know?
Yeah.
And I just remember her saying that, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever, you
Oh,
know?
yeah.
And then they laughed.
Just makes you think what Ryan
Fuck
heard
them
in the
kids.
household.
Oh, fuck you, Ryan.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck you, Ryan.
Fuck them kids. So what was the question? Career path?
Career paths, yeah.
Okay. I definitely think, because I've been in accounting for like since 2008, I've been in accounting. I don't know how to do math, so figure it out. Yeah, so I've been in accounting, and it was like pushed on me. Like I fell into it because I work collections, and then they transferred me to, like, I ended up in a accounting job. And I started to go to school for accounting because I'm already working there. I might as well get a degree, but it's not what I want to do. So I changed my major to like humanities, to work in like social work or to work with the community, because through this podcast I've realized that's what I want to do. Is I want to make a difference in the community, and I want to, like, I don't know if I want to work with kids or what, because I also think if I work with kids, it's also going to heal my inner child, but I also don't want it to be, like, it almost feels selfish, like I'm doing it for myself instead of for the purpose. But yeah, I definitely want to work in the community. Even though I'm not a very social person, like I'm an introvert, but I'm like, no, I
they say
I can
that
talk
makes-
all day to you guys
They
up
say
here.
that makes
Yeah, here
like, the
all day.
best-
All day.
Yeah.
They say that makes like the best people to help others are like the introverts.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we want to tell you what to do. Because we don't want to do it. We just
Yeah.
We're all up front. Just kidding. Just
Oh,
kidding.
gosh, how funny. What about you guys?
Similar thing. Like I want to help people. I guess my first career was being in the military, and I don't know how that went for me overall. I can't say it was bad,
Yeah.
right? Like I met a lot of great people and made a lot of friends, but right now I think just helping, like Kenny said, helping people, like maybe like still the veteran community, be a counselor still and help them out.
Yeah.
Just help out. I don't like in
Yeah.
some way, like
Yeah.
there's so much pain in this world and
Yeah.
suffering. It's like, and I feel like if I've gone through that and gone through hell and back, and hey, this is how I'm out of there. Like I can help
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
because I help myself.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely, I wouldn't change my career paths because they led me to have the things that I have now that I would have never had before, even if I did have a degree. I don't think. But now that I'm going back to school, my major was in what was it? Justice studies, which is like what is it called? Like a humanities one as well, but it's more of like learning. What is it called? I don't even know what it's called. Civil rights.
Okay.
So I was like really fascinated with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you remember, like last year when you interviewed me to be
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
for my
right.
class, yeah.
He interviewed me and he talked about school, and I got like emotional because I was like, I hate school. Like, it's the worst thing ever. It still is. It's still the worst thing ever. I still hate
It's hard.
it.
It's
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
But we had the conversation, and you're like, why don't you go? And I was like, motherfucker, why not? Right? And from that day, like 3 days later, I was going to say enlist. No. I registered, and I've been going ever since.
Good for you.
Right? Like, but it fucking still sucks. I hate it so
does.
much.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
It's like harder to retain information too.
Yeah, or at this age.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it
yeah.
is.
I know. I still haven't
Yeah.
been on campus. I've been more on campus, guys, to do podcast things than I have to go to class. Like, I haven't taken a class, and I've been going to school there since
Using their
2020. Yeah, I'll go there. But yeah, I've been there to do podcast stuff. This like the past 6 months. Yeah, I'm like,
How
okay. I'm like, come on, Rene, let's
Yeah.
go.
The Theos and Theas on
Uh-huh.
campus.
Yes, for real. I'm like, we look like somebody. Who's
No.
Tia and Theo came to pick them up? And then even more when Fernando came with us, I was like, oh my
yeah.
god. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
like,
you guys
we're
are funny.
really somebody's Tia and Theo out here. But yeah, cool. All right, guys. Well,
That was a good episode.
yeah, it was good.
That was fun.
We had a roller coaster up and down.
Oh,
so-
yeah. Oh, yeah.
But hey, go Dodgers.
Hey.
All right, guys. See you next week.
Bye. Have a good one.
Thank you for joining us. If you are in need of any medical assistance, please contact your local provider. If you are having thoughts of suicide, please call the National Suicide Hotline at 988. In case of emergency, call 911. See you next week as we talk about
The things we're not supposed to talk about.